Lady Raiders head coach Mark Zielinski will sit to my left and we'll talk to Coach Z on his 117th career win as he passes Mary Williston for number one all-time in Lady Raiders history as they beat Woodbridge Academy 71-38 and move ahead to the GMC tournament quarterfinals on Saturday over at Middlesex College in Edison. So Coach Z, first of all, congratulations. Um, you know, when you think about you've been 12 years with the football team and 10 with the girls basketball team, and you even worked with Ed Brahini, your friend Ed Brahini, as an assistant with the boys. So you've been around a long time. What keeps you? And I've asked you this before, but what keeps you going? What keeps you getting out of bed and doing this? Through the ups and downs.
I mean, God bless me. God's blessed me because He didn't give me like addictions to other kind of stuff. I'm just like addicted to competition and sports. I love it. I got it from my dad, from my brothers, and all the kids in our neighborhood growing up. I just think that sports is wonderful. Football and basketball are like my favorites. I like lots of other sports too, but the competition of it all, for me, there's two things that really move people forward in the world, like humans in the world. It's cooperation and competition. And when you play a team sport, you have both of those things. You compete with each other for spots. You obviously compete with other teams that you play against, and you have to cooperate. You have to have great teamwork. And I've been fortunate to be in North Brunswick as long as I have, and to work with the people that I've worked with as players and as coaches.
Is there any one game that sticks out for you that more so than the others?
This game.
I guess it's
you're
the
only,
one you
you're
remember.
only as good as your latest game. So I mean, there's so many of them, from over the years, certainly. So I can't really pick any one out exactly. But getting back to the quarterfinals of the GMCs, it's been a while, and so it's really nice to see. But any game working with this group of people is pretty awesome.
Yeah, first time in 9 years in the quarterfinals, and when you looked at your path here, your road, if you will, you first in Nellen and then Woodbridge Academy, were you worried? As he's helping to move the chairs along here as Coach Z. He does it all. But any concern that that you guys not necessarily taking the other team for granted, but were you worried that, hey, this isn't Colonia, this isn't St. Thomas Aquinas, that we gotta still be on our toes?
Well, absolutely. You always worry about like a letdown, or they call them trap games, right? You got a big game coming up and you play somebody that you're supposed to beat. But our girls have been pretty focused and pretty even keeled over the year, and I think that we're playing good basketball recently, and I tell you what, this gym is interesting. It's probably the smallest court that I've ever played on or coached, like from being a little kid in Jersey City. So, we walked in here, and the girls didn't let it bother them. We struggled a little bit shooting the ball early on.
I meant to ask you feel like early on the court got to you a little bit?
No, well, it's different. Like, I don't know, the visual lines and the way the backboards are and how tiny the court is. We were joking around with Tiana Saipov because the first ball she caught on the wing was literally completely out of bounds. She was on the other side of the line. And it's just, you're used to playing on a court and having a particular kind of spacing, and there's just not anywhere close. I was actually shocked. I heard it was small, but I didn't realize it was this small.
Yes, you get the visual now. So now, you mentioned getting to the quarterfinals. Oh, Coach Sammy wants to go. All right, getting to the quarterfinals. And
well, by the way, I do have to mention that the great connection here is that Coach Sammy is the one who's the connection. She played for Mary Williston back in the day.
Yeah, we were just talking
way back in the day, and then and now she's coaching with us at this time. So she's seen a lot of wins for Raider basketball.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. So now you win. You go to the quarterfinals against St. Thomas Aquinas, and so very much of a contrast from this game to, well, let me not presume St. Thomas Aquinas. They still have to get through JFK, but assuming that you get St. Thomas Aquinas here, you get very different contrast from the teams you played here in Denellen and Woodbridge Academy to them. I'm sure you've kind of formulated at least a little bit of a game plan in your mind of what you might be thinking.
I tell you what. I mean, we played the day early. We were supposed to play tomorrow, but we shifted it around because Woodbridge Academy requested a change. So really, it was just kind of concentrate on those games, at that time. So we'll get our film going of whoever the winner is, and we're taking a rest day tomorrow for the team. Get healthy, and then Thursday and Friday we'll get at it, and we'll have a game plan formulated, and we'll have a scouting report, and I'm sure our girls will pay attention, and they're going to work hard, and respect all and fear none, and that's that's one of our things, to be sure. So whoever we're lining up against on Saturday, we're thankful that we're there, but we're not taking anything for granted, and we're looking to win the basketball game when we get there.
We talked about this when you got your 100th win about coaching with Katie DeWeese and Stephanie Romanko and Lorraine Brown and the girls that you coached with previously. Obviously it's hard to compare eras, if you will, but that era compared to this one, do you have any thoughts of the two different eras that you coached in?
Well, I mean, the three ball is more prominent. I mean, we used it, and we're better at shooting it. We're better at spreading the floor out, and especially this year's team has done an excellent job of pressing. So we're more of a full court defense. And obviously, like a talent like Niall McCargo comes along rarely. So and Amory Quagliata is a great shooter as well. So we have maybe a more flexible offensive game. But I like to think that both teams were gritty on defense. They worked hard. They understood what they were supposed to do, and they, played as a team. I love both groups. And so I think they compare likely in that way. But offensively, I think we have more options.
My last question, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. I don't expect you to make any grand announcements, but how you like I said, you've been doing this a long time, and you and Coach Brahini are pretty much in the same boat. How much longer do you expect to you think you got another 5 years left in you? Well, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to call Tom Brady up, try to get some advice on like retirement timing. Find out what's going on. No, I haven't really thought about it that much. We just go on one game at a time. We'll go 1 year at a time. We'll make a decision about next year after this year. I will tell you that I really got back into coaching the girls in part because they needed somebody. And it was like kind of a quick turnaround. That was 5 years ago. And, like you said, I had coached football. I was a head football coach. I was coaching football in college at the time at Kane University as an assistant. And, I didn't realize how much I was going to enjoy it. And, the players have been wonderful. Coaches have been wonderful. Parents have been great. And so, I had nothing bad to say. And I've just enjoyed the last 5 years so much. And it's a lot more exciting than like assigning detentions at school. Let's say that much. Some of the things you do at your day job that you kind of working through, and basketball is great, and this group is great. So I guess that's that.
I was kidding with you yesterday after the game about bringing a cake. I see they have a cake over there, but I don't think that's for you.
That's so the girl got her 1,000th point tonight.
That's right. Mark Zielinski, nice enough to stop by here, but Coach Sammy does want something to eat. So before she rips the cords out here, I will let you go. So congratulations.
And she will do that, Corbin.
Congratulations and good luck on Saturday.
And Corbin, thank you so much for everything you do for our kids. Again, I can't say it enough.
No problem.
And thank you for Saturday. We're going to go out and get them.